Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into XRP. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, we got the CoinsKid crew. So I'm seeing a lot of people playing catch up to the thought idea now that this is just a corrective phase of a bull market, like this mid-cycle corrective phase of a bull market that we went through from 2014 into 2015, just there before that sort of parabolic rise and that blow off top just there for XRP, which I think is coming. I just wish I could tell you the time frame, but I think that what you're going through here is just a mid-cycle correction right now, and for altcoins and for Bitcoin as well. I think we're in a corrective phase of a bull market, a larger sort of extended cycle. The only way you can go up is if you come down as well, like an elastic band. You have to come down to go back up, basically. So like I've always said to you, the market moves in waves. But one thing I'm doing here by analysing the charts for you is I'm always discovering, okay? And I wish I'd discovered this mid-cycle correction just there and look back at the history. People say history doesn't guarantee future results. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. But the striking similarities between this correction right there and this correction right here, and the fact that this is some kind of mini bear market just there, 96% drawdown, and from there you came upstairs, impulsive move, corrective move, and then you began this beautiful level of consolidation, accumulation, never losing this low or this low. So you were stepping up the stairs, like I said to you, the bulls go up the stairs and the bears come out the window. At this point you broke out, in that huge parabolic rise there for XRP. Now I can't say with certainty that you're going to do something like this again for XRP, but at the minute you are doing everything you've done before, and until you don't, this is a sort of looking glass to what you're going to do in the future. But again, no guarantees, is there? So what I'm seeing right now is strikingly similarities, between this sort of wave 2 correction just there and this potential wave 2 correction just there before this sort of massive pump there for XRP. I think you've got a kilo resistance just here from this wave 1 high. You can see you put in this A, this B, and right now you're in this C leg. Just there, you put in this A, this B, and then you put in this C leg. And you can see here, even with a B leg, you put in this kind of resistance here where you're coming down this channel. When you broke it just there, you broke it with power. Like I've always said to you, you do usually break key resistance with power, and you see a large body candle that breaks key resistance here. You've got this falling channel just there, like we've got here. We've got this falling channel. You're really far away from the EMAs. You've got overextended EMAs, big gaps in the EMAs just there, just like you have just there. So I would say that if XRP right now is copying this ABC correction of a previous cycle, mid-cycle correction, that's what I'm calling it right now, then you are looking to break this and you are looking to come upstairs, and potentially your low is in right now, because just here you adhered to this trend line off this A leg touch, came into the B leg high and created this C leg touch down here where you hugged this trend line coming down into the floor. You met the 1414 Fibonacci target down there before you started to come back up, okay? And one thing you never did was lose that low. So that's what we're looking for going forward, is not losing this low. Now, not only that, there's strikingly similarities here in the Fibonacci. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now. So in my opinion, this is an ABC correction, just there, ABC zigzag correction. I would have been telling you that we're going to go to the 1618 just there, okay, off this B high down to the A leg low. You can see there the 1618 would have been my target. I would have been saying that's the target, put bids in down there, but you can see you never got there. And what you did, you hugged the 1414 on this channel, this descending channel, okay? Then you broke this descending channel up to the upside. Look at when you break it, the power of the volume of the candle. Look at that. And then you absolutely took off into space. Don't forget, this is a weekly time frame. You took off into space here and you made a lower high. So it would have looked like you was in a massive bear market where you was rolling, but actually you wasn't, because at this point here, this was a bull market for XRP. Impulsive, corrective, impulsive. It's a bull market, not a bear market. This is a bear market, okay? So anyway, aside from that, because you never lost the lows from which you came, do you understand? So for me, I think that what you're doing, this is your bear market low, very similar to the previous cycle. You've got this impulsive wave 1, you've got this corrective wave 2, and right now you're just copying the previous cycle, but it's more drawn out. Look at the length of it from there to there. It's more drawn out from there to there. Do you understand? So, in time, if we can hold this low right now, we're meeting all the targets. Like I said to you, this is a 1414. Let me show you right now. This is a 1414 fib. From there is your B leg high. And I was telling you to put bids in down on the 1618, but we've not met it, have we? It is a target if you do start to lose a 1414, obviously, because nothing's guaranteed. But if you do start to cascade and fall, you can see you're not playing out like the previous cycle, and you're coming in for a deeper correction to the bear market low down there. And again, if you start to lose that, like I said to you in yesterday's video, multiple updates, I would think about your position in XRP and crypto, because it could be an indication that the bubble has popped, basically, and we are looking at a multi-year bear market from this point here. And this is, some kind of large A, B, C leg, zigzag correction. If you lose that low, I would have projections to the downside, obviously, because it looks like it's an impulsive wave down to the downside, and that's how it works. But right now, this particular correction that we're going through here for XRP is identical in the sense that obviously it's more drawn out, but the way you're moving through the fibs as well, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So obviously you've come down this ABC correction here. You can see it's an ABC zigzag correction, and you've married the 1414 there, and you're sort of accumulating on this bottom, multiple closes on this level of support like you did down here. You've got this descending channel, you've got this descending level of resistance as well, that I do think once you break it, you're overextending on the EMAs, and you're going to start to come up into the EMAs, and especially this level of resistance here, where you may start to break out. Everyone gets super bullish again, but then you're going to come in for a massive dump again, just like you did in the previous cycle here. Look, broken out, you met the 1414, you broken out as resistance, went up into space, everyone buying this big green candle, like I said to you, and you get big red dildos, you get shafted, because what you did then, you turned the previous resistance of this descending channel into support. You came back to it, you wicked inside, but you never closed inside of this channel. You held it as support, and from that point there, you start to accumulate before breaking out to the upside after a long period of time of accumulation right there for XRP. So, you know, this is a potential scenario that's in front of us right now. We could absolutely start to break out here, and you can see how XRP is so phenomenal when it breaks out. Look at these big candles when it does break out, okay, for no reason, and it breaks out up here, comes up into this level of resistance, turns out, you know, into support at some point, coming back to it, holds it, goes along in a sideways range, and then breaks out to the upside. Okay, that's a possibility right there for XRP. But to do that, it has to hold this descending channel, like it did hold this descending channel in the previous ABC correction right there. So, you know, if I look at the fibs on this retracement that's potentially in front of us right now, I'm going to show you something else that's really strikingly similar to this previous cycle, mid-cycle correction right there. So this is your ABC correction down here on this level of resistance, support, sorry, meeting the 1414 fib as well. Okay, so obviously this is all a thought experiment, and obviously if we do start to lose this 1414 in the current time frame, then, you know, this evaluation of this potential ABC correction, copying the exact previous mid-cycle correction as well, would be out the window. So basically, just there you can see that this is your low, and what you did, you began to retrace to this B leg high. Now you can see where your resistance point was on this trend line touch and equal to the 702 fib. You failed to get above it. You put a bit of a fake out just there before you rolled again, constantly retesting the support, never losing the C leg low. You know, and that's what I said to you about accumulation. You never lose the lows, and there you broke out. As soon as you broke this high, look at the power. Okay, you broke that high, boom, you're up there on the previous all-time high, like that for XRP, within a matter of weeks, because this is a weekly time frame. So if it does play out, it's going to be really exciting times ahead. Okay, and we've got plenty of times to buy the dip and accumulate XRP if it does play out like the previous cycle. So I'm trying to say to you, okay, that it's basically one massive impulsive wave, corrective wave, accumulation, then another impulsive wave, okay, where you start to go parabolic here, another level of accumulation before you put in the last leg, the blow off top there, which we never got in this bull run for XRP, did we? You know, and a lot of people say it's because of the SEC over it, but I think personally, looking at it now, you know, we have come up impulsively off them lows in you know, March 2020, we have moved quite ferociously, and all the 1618 targets have been met. You could say it's some kind of leading diagonal wave one, impulsive move here. You know, where the impulsive and corrective waves come down and break the laws of Elliott wave. It's some kind of leading diagonal, and right now you're in this corrective wave coming back to support, where you're going to break out, come back to support, accumulate, and then break out again in a large wave 3 impulsive move before a wave 4 and then a wave 5, basically like we did in the previous cycle. So again, to negate all that, we have to come deep and lose this low, okay, and start to lose all these key level support which we held in the previous cycle. So like I said to you just there, we broke out just there, broke this level of resistance, ran into the 702 fib, which was equally, like I've said to you, when you break these patterns here, you always retrace to each point of contact, and you can see that that's exactly where you found resistance on the way back up, okay, and these are the targets. When you break these channels like this, okay, you usually break out, retrace, support, coil up, and then come back up the stairs, attacking each level of previous resistance in the channel as support, okay, there's resistance, sorry, to break that and turn into support. So it will work. So you can see just there, 702 fib on that point of contact to this level of resistance in this downwards channel. So if we drop the 702 fib in right now for XRP, got a bit of a cold today, I'm on holiday still in Turkey, I'll probably just make one video today on XRP. Just here you can see that this 702 fib is pretty much not there, sorry, that's the wrong retracement, retracing to the B high, I do apologise. This is our initial retracement to this B high, like we did in the previous cycle, just there. and you can see that, if I not get that knob on for you, look at the previous resistance just there, the 702 fib. So there's strikingly similarities between this downwards ABC channel, okay, and this level of resistance and support where we're coiling up, potentially breaking out, and this 702 fib as well, where we got resistance in the previous ABC cycle coming back up into resistance. This would be key resistance for me. So there is, plenty of swing trade opportunities here that we could actually break out, start to come. Everyone thinks, yeah, the bull market's back on, but then you run into resistance, you come back to the support, you coil up, and you do something like this over quite a long period of time before you do start to break out again. After a long level of accumulation here for XRP, we're going to get plenty of chances down here. Like I said to you, don't give in to FOMO because it can go the other way. Just, we'll learn to ride these waves together. I will find all the impulsive and the corrective waves going forward and your key levels of support and your 1618s and all stuff like that. I will show you that on a daily basis. But, the one thing I'm looking for here is a confirmation that this is still corrective, and it's not necessarily a bear market. It's the fact that we can hold that low going forward. I'll be more biased to the fact that this is impulsive, this is corrective, and you're coiling up for a major impulsive move here. And it could just simply be the timing of the SEC next year, with a court case coming out that XRP breaks out like this, 702 fib, copies it previous cycle, comes back to support, coils up, and I think around about January you could start to begin that massive third impulsive wave up there, to over $6 that I've spoken about with you for XRP. So it could be exciting times ahead for all of us all, okay? And we rode this all together, and it would say, I would stand by my stance that I've told you time and time again. This is not a bear market. This is a corrective phase of a bull market, like the previous cycle just there for XRP, okay? And that would be amazing if I'm correct. And the CoinsKid community bought the dip on this day, just there, okay? Take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on XRP. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye-bye.